to preface this, I spent about a year and a half at a personal injury firm, which is auto accidents, which means people get injured and they call on their insurance and the insurance denies, which they do almost every single time. All of the major insurance companies, if you've got State Farm, Progressive, any of that stuff, they're going to deny your claims. It's literally every time I watch some of these cases come through and I'm like, why are you denying this? I've got a guy sitting in front of me with like one leg half amputated, sitting in a wheelchair with a telephone pole stuck through his head. And you're saying he doesn't have an insurance claim. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And here's another thing that they do, and I saw this firsthand with Darren.
Mm-hmm.
Is he got hurt on the job, workman's comp. He used to
Yeah.
be a machinist, and they were
Mm-hmm.
doing a part.
He didn't get hurt on the job. They brutalized him, dude.
No, he got hurt on the job. That's he got injured on the job, and that's the injury that was the first domino that just fucked him up bad.
Yeah.
And they were running a lathe on a big piece of steel, and something was wrong with the billet, and it shattered. And he wound up getting it looked like a steak knife with a hook on it of shrapnel stuck into his shin. And
fucking how?
Yeah, they pull it out. They do they did all the medical stuff, and it wound up turning into a bone infection that ruined his lymphatic system. And then, he was already a big guy. He was like maybe 320, 330, but the dude bench pressed almost 600 pounds. He could pick up a car.
Yeah,
not over his head.
He was a tank. His brother's nickname is literally Tank.
Yeah, I literally watched him pick up the back of a small car by himself. Just boom, deadlift it up. And he got a settlement. They were treating him. He had to have a nurse come in, 3 to 5 times a week, wrap the leg, take care of him, do all the stuff that was necessary.
Bone infections are bad, dude. If that spreads your toast, well,
yeah, and
as we know,
they put him on antibiotics. Then he wound up being on, fentanyl patches.
Oh God.
Well, after this went on for 5-6 years, the insurance company's like, yeah, we're not paying for it anymore. I know you won a judgment, but we're not. You're gonna have to take us back to court. And everything stopped, and it wrecked him. And that was just the first time they did that. They did it like 3 other times after that, and they just got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's got to be some type of punishment built in there.
Like, there isn't.
I know
there isn't. The insurance companies just do this shit. Now, when Obamacare kicked in, that caused everyone to believe that the government was going to pay for everybody's health care. So, of course, healthcare providers, the providers started charging outrageous amounts. I saw shit like a $16 wrist brace for $1,800 and so on and so forth. It's the classic United States Army $600 ball peen hammer.
Yep.
That's what they did with everything. Transportation companies, they're driving you to and from appointments because you've been in a car wreck. Okay, your car is total. You need transportation, right? Like $15,000-$16,000 bills for 3 or 4 doctor's visits over the course of a month.
Wow.
So, and I'm serious. All of these providers just turned into vultures and they started jacking their prices up because the government will pay for it, with the government's money.
Which is technically your money.
Is your taxpayer money, yeah. So the insurance companies, in retaliation, just started denying the shit out of everything. Because the price of everything was through the freaking roof. And it happened that I went to the hospital for something. I forget what it was. I think it was to get blood drawn or something like that. And I got a bill and they charged me $36 for a single Band-Aid.
Yep.
A Band-Aid. One Band-Aid, $36.
Or $150 for 1,600 milligrams of Motrin.
Mm-hmm.
That you can literally buy ibuprofen for like $5 a bottle.
Right. And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So what's happening is this is crushing people because on top of the providers jacking up the cost of everything and the insurance companies denying the cost of everything, the cynical insurance companies did what is totally predictable. and they decided to just start jacking up all of their prices and everything. This lady, all she wants to do is pay her rent or pay her insurance. And this is actually sad. She's clearly a candidate for box swine and Catland, but I still feel bad for her. Listen to this.
It's really unfair that I have to choose either having health care or a roof over my head. I got a letter today from Blue Shield Blue Cross, and my monthly premiums went up to $2,627 a month, 17
Holy
cents.
shit. Did you hear that? $2,670 a month.
If I choose health insurance, I lose my house. If I choose my house, I lose my health insurance. Either way, I'm breaking the law. Either way, I'm kind of screwed. And I'm not even mad. I just don't care anymore, I guess. There's just no win.
Yep. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I genuinely feel bad for her in these circumstances. This is, absolutely holy ass balls.
Now, in the future, when we play videos like this, try to avoid ones that have music in the background, because
that's not a legit track. She chose it for the same reasons. That's some like do-over.
Oh, okay.
That's not the real song. I know the real song. So tempo and everything was off. Anyway, you're killing the moment.
Sorry.
Bag of dicks. I know about the music stuff. Bag of dicks. I wouldn't have put it in there if it had the actual music. Bag of dicks.
All right.
Anyway, what kills me is she said, either way, I'm breaking the law. What the fuck is going on that you're breaking the law if you can't afford a thing?
Yeah, that is
Let's
insane.
talk about that for a second. What the actual fuck? You're breaking the law if you can't afford a thing. Everybody's breaking the law all the time, by the way. I don't know how many people out there. I'm sure a lot of people in our audience actually know this. Most people are committing 3 or 4 felonies a day. And it's set up that way so that if they want to get you, they just do.
Yep.
Most people are breaking some kind of law somewhere. Most of the time. But this whole thing where if you don't have healthcare insurance, you're breaking the law. You're insane.
Yeah. See, I'm fortunate when it comes to that because I was medically retired for wounds received. So I get a pass on that particular shit.
Yeah.
Because I will technically, unless the government goes bankrupt or there's something radically changes, I'll have health care until the day they put me in the horizontal rot slot.
I have the same thing. I have VA. As a matter of fact, I got a letter from my car insurance company today telling me they were going to raise my premiums if I didn't prove that I had health insurance. I sent them a copy of my DD-214. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, that literally happened today. The letter's sitting on the kitchen table.
Hang on. Let's just get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have medical insurance, they raise your car insurance. Why?
Right. It's a scam. The whole thing is a scam. These insurance companies have now developed to the point where it used to be having insurance was like a perk. It's something you had on the side. You had to have car insurance, but when we were 16, when you and I were 16, car insurance was like $8 to $12 a month.
It was not that expensive, no. It would actually be a lot cheaper here in Michigan as well if they didn't have all of the crazy laws jacking it up. Because when I was living in New York State, I paid the premiums for New York State.
Yeah.
And upstate New York. And
what's that like?
It was nothing. I think I was paying like $70 a month.
Yeah.
I pay for my vehicles now probably $150 to $200 a month for 3 cars. So it's fucked up. But that's
what we pay for 2. That's what Jen and I pay for 2.
I know, but what can I say? I know a guy who knows a guy.
Oh, well, introduce me to this guy, faggot. The hell.
All right, I will.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.